There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left.
Side stories?
That's when the cannibalism started.
Side stories. Yes. No, it's because they're weak and they're stupid, and it's why superhero movies are never going to properly cut the mustard.
Somebody's upset.
I'm not upset.
Sounds like you're upset.
No, this is me having fun.
This is you having fun?
This
I'm
is
scared of your fun.
You should be.
Yeah.
You should be, because my fun doesn't leave any stone unturned. My fun does not leave any bridge unburnt.
Oh,
I
God.
like my superhero movies, but I understand that they have no place in this conversation.
Exactly.
Because we are talking about movies about aliens today.
Welcome to Side Stories.
Yes.
My name's Henry Zabrowski. I'm sitting here with Edward Larson.
Oh, no, I'm so big.
Really good.
Thank you.
And I'm
I've
also
been working on it.
It got us all sick. We're all dying here. And we're also sitting here with my fetid, strange, little DNA runoff, Jackie Zabrowski.
It's me. I'm all gloopy and sloopy. Oh no, am I the alien? I'm not. I'm a girl.
But we still don't understand your parts.
No, and you never will. And you have no idea where my tentacles are going to come out from. But don't worry, they always come out at the wrong time.
You know what I've heard? Actually, uteruses do come from Venus.
Yeah?
We plop down in the water. The first woman crawled out of the Indian Ocean. This is true.
Yeah.
As just a uterus with fins.
Interesting.
And
Wow.
then slowly but surely those fins turned into tits that turned into a head.
The most important parts,
Yeah,
yes.
no, tits were first.
Yeah,
Tits?
well, the uterus was first. I mean, obviously.
The tits, yeah.
How else are you going to make more humans?
And then you got the boot, which is the butt.
Yes.
And then the head.
You in the boot.
And then the tits.
Oh, so
Hell yeah.
tits are fourth and fifth?
All together at once. This is not what today's episode is about.
It could be.
Today's episode is
I'll
about...
talk about utes and boots if you
I
want
love
to.
Utes and Boots. Tell me about it. That's my new store. That's my new Western gear store.
Utin' and bootin',
You know
everybody.
me. If you're Utin, you better take a bootin'.
Yes.
We are actually going to... Utin is what women should call just living.
Yeah.
We are talking about alien movies today.
Every day I'm utin' and utin' and utin'. Every day I'm utin' and utin' and utin'.
The reason why we're talking about alien movies is because we're headed towards Contact in the Desert, and we love film. Here, we've talked about film several times as a triptych, and I think that Eddie brought this up. I think it's good to talk about alien movies because I think even amongst sci-fi films within the sci-fi genre, you would call the alien film its own part of the genre.
Yeah, they lean into horror.
Right. Sometimes, exactly.
Sometimes they lean into discovery, because for me, the gamut of alien movies goes from Closer Encounters of the Third Kind to Alien to things like Mac and Me.
Yes.
To
Oh, yeah,
things
for sure.
Like that, what was the one with the other one with the guy Gossett Jr.?
Louis
Gossett Jr.
Oh, Enemy Mine.
Enemy Mine. Enemy Mine.
That's
Yes.
a good one.
Another good
Yes.
alien movie.
Yeah, that one scared the shit out of me when I was a
Yes,
kid.
dude.
It's fucking weird. Stargazer or Starman. Starman.
Starman,
that's cool.
yeah.
Which is great.
Man who fell to the world,
Fell
for
to
the
Earth.
earth.
Yeah,
it fell,
yes.
But then that's again, this conversation really, it depends on what we're defining alien as here.
So here's what I want to say. First of all, no comic books, no Marvel, no DC.
No.
Those
Okay,
aliens
okay.
don't count.
You're saying that, and you said, and up top, you said no superhero movies.
No.
But I do have one that I feel like could ebb both genres.
Let's talk about it.
And I said ebb. Just go with it. Ebb like it's a web, okay? Like it's being spread, like its legs are being spread like a web. I'm still thinking about the holes in the webs, okay?
Webs have legs?
Meteor Man. Meteor Man!
Meteor Man.
Meteor
That's
Man.
not a superhero movie.
But
It is, though.
It is a superhero movie, but it is also an alien movie. But I feel that is a movie that encompasses both.
Yeah.
Meteor Man!
Meteor Man's fun, but Pluto Nash can go fuck.
Couldn't definitely go fuck.
Nash can suck my dick.
Yes, but Meteor Man is great.
That is so you decided of all of the films in the history of film, you went back and picked Meteor Man. I love Meteor Man.
Is he an alien?
It is because
No,
it
he's
is
not an alien.
but
No,
it's a
he touches a
meteor
comet.
that comes down. But then here's the thing. Okay, this is what my question to you guys is. is it still an alien if
No.
it is a meteorite that comes down
It has
and
to be
infects him,
alive.
but it is from outer space?
No, it needs to be its own
Okay,
alien.
all right, it has to be its own alien. But hey, this is a conversation,
No, we're
Henry.
talking.
You're coming in defensive. I'm asking the question because then, alien, right?
Yeah.
Foreign things coming into your country. Austin Powers. Is he an alien?
No, that's
time
different.
traveling.
Now we're getting political.
That's an
Time
immigrant.
traveling, but also an alien,
That's an
and
immigrant.
he is. But it's from.
Looper's not.
But it is from a
alien
different
movie.
portion. I'm
It's not.
here.
No, you're just saying the word. No.
But
This
some
isn't
aliens could be us from the future, Henry.
different. But I'm just saying, guys. No. We immediately went off.
Yeah.
Off the
Oh,
rails
yeah.
here.
I'm here.
This is
I'm
not just
blowing it
aliens.
all up.
Because
Yeah.
if it's gonna be alien, if
No
it's gonna
Star
be
Wars, no Star
No, I
Trek.
don't care about those.
no,
Those
we
can
will
go fuck.
do.
Yeah, no
we
Guardians of
will
the
do an
Galaxy.
immigrant film.
I want an
series.
immigrant film series. Thank
I would
you.
love to do
Thank
that.
you.
We will, but that's
I-
not today.
But I only want to talk about Austin Powers when we do it.
But he's also technically a federal employee.
Yeah, and he's not. He
Whoa.
doesn't.
Defunded.
He works for the Brits. He's not an American citizen.
No, he's a British spy.
Yeah, but he never swears in.
But most of the movies take place in London.
Yeah.
Oh, Jolly-o.
You went down
You
the
know what
wrong path immediately at the very top of this whole
You know what
assignment.
it was? It was because last night I received the assignment late. And let's say I had quite a few hog's legs at this point, and I started laughing to myself.
And you are talking about pork and not weed.
yeah, obviously, yeah. I'm chomping, I'm grabbing, I'm gnashing.
She can tell the fat content goes up in her blood when she gets the rosacea.
Yeah, baby. And I'm all flush, but not with the horn. I'm flushed with the space. But are we flushed with the space balls? And how do you feel about Barf being considered an alien?
This is the thing. Again, we were trying to say no Star Wars either. Space.
I think Spaceballs is out.
yes.
Okay,
I
all
think
right.
that actually, how about this? Movies that take place in outer space are out.
Well, unless they specifically involve an alien.
They're not
film.
an alien in outer space.
Mom
They're
and Dad
not.
saved
They're
the world.
home.
But Mom and Dad saved the world. If you think about it, that is human beings then going. So then the humans are the aliens.
Yes.
It still is an alien-centered film. I would say Mom and Dad Save the World is an alien-centered film. That is an alien movie. They're on
And
an
part
alien
of it's
land,
in Earth.
and part of it's on Earth, and they go up there. That has what was it, the child molester and the other guy who's a woman in that?
Yeah, Chester.
Chester.
Child molester.
No, that's the
No,
guy. That's the
Patty Purdy.
father. Patty Perkins.
Patty Perkins.
Yep. So here's some other aliens. So when I
Okay, yeah, no,
typed
these
in-
are actual alien movies.
Terry
yes.
Garr.
Terry Garr.
R.I.P.
And so I typed in alien film, and this is what comes up: Contact, Starman, E.T.,
Yes.
Galaxy Quest.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Galaxy Quest, I don't count.
I put
Why?
some of my
Because
favorites.
it's in space. They don't ever go to Earth.
I mean, I do sort of. I see what he's
It's
saying.
like a fantasy film.
So you don't.
It's like I think it's more like Lord of the Rings than E.T.
But it's still
But what
about aliens.
And what about Alien? Because Alien does take place on the Nostromo.
Yeah.
And
You
it's
can't say
very-
that's not an alien
It is an
movie.
But it is.
alien
I
movie.
think. You know what it makes it an alien movie? It's all humans versus alien.
Sure, I can actually see that too. I feel the same way with that one I just saw there that I couldn't believe that I forgot. Go back 1 second, Rob. It is the Species. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Species is fun. That's on Earth.
spicy.
Yes.
Yeah. Good fuck movie.
And honestly,
Good fuck movie. Where's my good old fashioned fuck movie? That's not Baby Girl. Ugh.
Yeah, Baby Girl sucks.
Natalie and I tried to watch it, and
You're
it
both
had
frozen
the
and
opposite.
it's sad.
No,
I
it's
didn't
not.
like
We
it.
had it had the opposite effect
No,
on us.
I think it was very demeaning to women, and we'll get into it on a different podcast.
Yeah, on the immigrant podcast where women are immigrants.
I would love to have a kink conversation with both of you.
Yes. No,
it
it's
is
not
not demeaning. It's completely. We're not
She
gonna go-
still needs a man.
Okay.
She still needs a dude.
If
Okay.
she was completely independent, she could
We're
have
not
sex with a
fighting about
vacuum
this.
She
cleaner.
should have fired his fucking ass.
Yeah, she'd been like, "Fuck you! Don't you disrespect me? I'm the boss."
You guys know so much more about the female experience than I do, and I appreciate you both. Now, here's the thing.
You're not an expert here.
I feel
In this room.
So then, but then I'd love to talk about alien comedies because
Yes.
I didn't realize in thinking about all of these alien movies, I realize as a whole, I am way more scared of space in general than I am of individual aliens. Because I truly
That's why you
believe,
grip on Jeff so hard.
yeah, because he's got a big space.
No, you're scared of him leaving and leaving
Oh yeah,
space.
but also I'm scared of the gravity going away and me just being sucked up into the universe. But that's just you got to grip on to the ones that you love.
Yes.
I am.
You wear a space belt.
Yeah.
You wouldn't drift into space.
Well, no, that's to keep my space pants up.
No, to the space pants.
those are the space
attached
suspenders.
to your space shirt. It's all attached.
It's all attached, baby. I wanted to talk about Coneheads, and I wanted to talk about
Great.
Earth Girls Are Easy.
I haven't
Awesome.
seen somebody take a sandwich like that since my mom.
Coneheads is amazing.
Coneheads
It's a wonderful
holds up.
movie.
Now, last night I was with some friends and we were going to watch Earth Girls Are Easy because of this prompt, but then we had the conversation of, does it hold up? We talked about it for so long, we didn't end up watching the movie. But then in talking through it, that I was like, I think it still holds up. When was the last time you watched Earth Girls Are Easy?
25 years.
Yeah, because it's been a really long time. And I remember I loved it. Yeah, I loved those things.
Well, think about the fact that Jeff Goldblum, Jim Carrey, and I believe Damon Wayans
And
are
Gina
the three
Da-
aliens in that movie.
Yeah.
That's
and
pretty cool.
They do it. That was stacked because I went about the time they did Once Bitten. But you know what? To be honest, I am not a fan of the 80s screwball sex comedy. I am kind of over it. Earth Girls Are Easy is very much a screwball sex comedy more
Yeah.
than anything else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I want my alien movies for the most part to have a touch of, like, you can go to fantasy, like Flight of the Navigator.
Great.
I love Flight of the Navigator because it both is an adventure film,
I like all Florida movies.
all sure, but it's also this. It has a touch of why we're making a movie about an alien, which is
Yeah.
we're introducing another way of thinking.
Yes.
We're expanding our experience in a way that we would never be able to get on our own. And so there's something about Flight of the Navigator that to me is one of those. That's a good example of the difference between that and Earth Girls Are Easy, which is just to see Gina Davis with no bra on.
Of course.
Yes.
Is there a trauma that happens in Flight of the Navigator? Because I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but I remember something about it that really made me very sad.
It's
But
just
that's all I remember
All
from it.
80s child movies back in the day had a wonderful sense of what it actually was like to be a kid,
Which is sad.
and dangerous,
Yeah.
and scary, and
Like
they would.
Prancer.
Yeah, they would
Oh.
allow things to be sad. They would allow things to be scary for kids, unlike now where they're not allowed to feel any emotion. So they are now, obviously, everything's all saccharine and everything's all about everything's fine or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, this stuff is like, it's nice. You just remember this because it felt like, because the kid was genuinely on his own.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
that and he was hanging out with the alien who became like real friends with.
Yes.
Right.
And then what the trauma is, they tried to take his friend from him.
Yeah.
And so maybe
And it's
just
very
as
sad.
a kid in seeing that, it just really, I haven't seen it since. And I was also thinking about watching it last night and I was like, I feel like I just remember a profound sadness in watching this movie.
it's called
it's got-
nostalgia.
It's got E.T. It's got that E.T. vibe.
Yeah.
It's got the Mac and Me vibe where
Yeah.
you become friends and someone wants to steal your friend.
And one of my hardest things about, like, truly about E.T., which I'll always kind of like, I am thankful that they have gone ahead and, I guess, re-put the guns back in.
Yes.
I believe that they did
you
that.
can watch either version.
When they took the guns out of the movie, but in the end, like, Spielberg went back. He wanted to make sure it was, like, good for kids or
And
whatever.
they CGI'd E.T. a little bit, like
Yes.
him hopping over logs and shit
They,
like that.
they did a sheen over it. It's really funny.
Yeah, yeah,
Did
yeah.
they
So
show his little
It's
legs?
So bad.
Yeah.
He looks like Kermit.
Oh, but I love Kermit's little legs when they show his legs.
I do too, but it's different than when it's E.T.
Okay.
And so it's like, but that was like one of those things where I watched that and I was like, when you take the guns out of their hands, I know why you're doing it, but you're also removing the stakes entirely.
Yes.
Yes.
You're removing what this is
And
really
as a fat
about.
man, if you remove the stakes, I ain't coming.
Why about you?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, E.T. But yeah, it they re-released it, but now you can watch the older version if you get your hands on it, I believe.
But
Yeah.
E.T.'s like, I still am very much, obviously. I like
E.T.'s an unbelievable film. Now, how about this? E.T. or Close Encounters?
Close Encounters.
Close Encounters.
Every
Really?
time.
Yeah.
I think I go E.T. actually.
Really?
I think Close Encounters is like, if you're like Henry and you're a bigger fan of aliens in general, it's got the lore,
All of it.
It's got the research. It's
also
got-
the
yeah.
idea that maybe Spielberg, like, this is where I love the conspiracy edge too, because Spielberg, at the time, he had government consultants working on that movie.
Yes.
Jacques Vallée, who was one of my favorite theoreticians, my favorite alien thinkers. He was also a consultant on the movie. He's portrayed as a character within the movie. The French guy,
Yes.
in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, is based off of that guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so Spielberg technically was told many times that this was like there. That's why there's a lot of conspiracy
Was
theories.
the ship in the desert something that actually happened?
No, but the idea of the U.S. government coming up with a communication protocol to talk with something that doesn't speak is actually, I guess, like part of the government research he got that he slipped into the movie.
I'm sorry, you mean like Arrival? Like what happens in Arrival, that's what...
Basically, the idea of using tones, like when he does the whole like they talking to the aliens,
Right.
that came from a government concept of if we are approached by another species or something from outer space,
How to connect.
how do we communicate?
Whoa,
And so
cool.
that is what's awesome. That's what's awesome. And
Hell
then I feel like that's almost Steven Spielberg's crowning achievement is Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
And it's just the end's beautiful.
It's wonderful.
is.
I love with by the way, there's going to be spoilers in this. We haven't seen
Close Encounters of the Third
Yeah, I
Kind.
don't know what to
know.
tell you, bro.
I think we're going to be loose-lipped for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, we're sinking
I think,
ships, yeah.
I think that you should know that there will be some spoilers ahead. But at the end with the aliens, when he got little girls to portray the aliens. He like all the little aliens at the end, you know how they're walking around, they're all like chilled girls. Like,
why?
Because he liked the way they moved.
Oh.
He liked the way they like were gentle and like and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're all little kids.
And he didn't want people to be scared of him. He wanted people to like be enamored with him. And so they're all cast as they're all little girls cast.
What is more enamoring than the movement of a little girl? Nothing makes me more filled with amour.
Nobody has
Then
ever
the
said they
movement-
want to fuck the close encounter aliens.
I am deeply attracted to the movement of a little girl.
No. Thank Yvonne. Is that the guy you see? Thank Yvonne.
Jacques Vallée.
Oh,
Yeah, Jacques Vallée actually was the first person to sing that song.
Yeah, and also Spielberg. We got to mention War of the Worlds.
I think that War of the Worlds, we talked about this right before we started recording, is a sleeper, fantastic movie.
I really like it, but I think that it lost its cock at the end of the movie.
It did.
When they let the kid, when they didn't kill the son. They should have killed that motherfucker.
Kill him right off.
He was an idiot. Show people that there's consequences for your fucking idiot actions.
I agree.
You know, like
there should be more kids need to die in
killing.
films.
Yes.
There needs to, I've talked about this.
Yeah.
Kill the child.
Raise the
let
stakes.
the kids know that if you fuck up,
You die
you're
in the
dead.
film. You die.
You
Bro.
dead, dude.
All right, Tom Cruise is not coming back. He's 5'2". He's not going to protect you. All right, he doesn't care. He's out there looking for a dick to suck.
But
he's
they
not
made-
here to protect you, little boy.
No, or a fish to suck his dick. It
We
depends on what he's
know
looking
that.
for.
Or maybe he was enamored with the
Little
activities
girl.
of a little girl.
Oh yeah, here it comes full circle. The fish is the woman.
Wow.
Yeah. Where are your gills?
They're underneath my flaps.
Yep. Remember, you, tits,
Yeah, man, gills.
and then butt.
The gills come seventh in, importance. It depends on how you look at the gills and how much you want to stick your dick inside of them.
You're already talking. He already brought up. Give us more
Predator.
prompts, Eddie. You got some good
I'm
prompts.
working on. Well, Predator. I mean, well, first of all, we talked about Arrival. Let's talk about Arrival.
Sure.
Well, that's the first Contact film.
Yeah. Well,
I'd almost say it's its own genre itself, even amongst alien
so I have.
movies.
All right, then let's go back even further. Alien abduction versus alien invasion versus alien contact.
Yes.
There's three
Okay,
different things
okay,
here.
okay.
Yes.
There's three different things going on here. I think
they
alien
have different
abduction
structures.
are horror movies.
Yes.
Alien invasion are action movies, and alien contacts are kind of like drama.
That's actually that's a very
For the
good
most part,
breakdown.
yeah.
Very, very good breakdown because it's true. All the alien abduction movies, Dark Skies,
Yeah.
Fire in the Sky,
Yeah.
There's a Communion. They all have an edge of the horror to it, which is the truth of being space raped.
And also in being brought to an unknown place. Like that's already very upsetting, and you never get taken to a second location. I know these things.
We know these things, but abductions are also. I'm trying to think of my mind. I'm trying to think of what's a positive alien abduction movie? Cocoon.
Cocoon. Well, do they get abducted?
Well,
Sorta.
They come. That's an invasion. They come and they put the eggs in the pool, And the old
Are
people,
they all aliens at the time? I don't remember Cocoon.
Cocoon, they come, it's an old person's home, and they show up, and
They're
then
all
there's
like
a bunch of
45 in
fucking
it.
weird eggs in the bottom of the pool, and there's like
Yeah.
these giant eggs in the pool, and they're trying to figure out what it is, and then all of a sudden, like, they all get powerful.
Am I wrong that I just remember this being very, very boring, but I haven't seen it for a
It
very
was-
long
I
time?
went and
Boring
saw
for
it in the
kids.
theater. Yeah, I remember loving it as a kid.
I liked
to be
it as a
honest
kid.
with you. But I also, Dom Amici, so much fun. Brian Dennehy, Wilford Brimley. I mean, like, this is
You
great.
can't find this movie now, by the way. It's
Really?
out of print and it's not streaming anywhere.
Why?
Yeah, and apparently it's like selling very high on eBay.
Wow. I
Yeah.
thought it was, why?
It was a Ron Howard movie that's it's like a forgotten classic. I mean, look at the fucking cast. Like,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that you guys don't know if you're younger than the age of 35.
Talking about the youth, the boot, and the goot. I mean, get me there.
Dude, if you're younger than the age of 35, there used to be a thing called character actors. And what they used to do is they used to have people that look like people you'd meet on the street, but they'd be actors.
Yeah.
And they'd be in things. And one of those things
But now we just don't get jobs.
they just don't you're either have to be deformed
Yes.
or you have to
And they're only
you're
going to
laughing
make so
about
many
that.
mask movies. Yeah.
There's only so many. You get one fat girl movie a year.
Yeah, that's all.
how you get it.
If you don't get that, well, you're
God,
shit out of luck.
Sorry about it. We already put a fat one in.
Mm-hmm.
And so this one had, who was huge is Don Amici. Don Amici's an amazing character actor. I believe was also in Batteries Not Included.
I think he was.
Batteries Not Included was an amazing
but
movie.
not an alien movie.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Oh,
it
is it?
is.
Oh, I was thinking
It
of Short
is.
Circuit because I was looking at Batteries Not Included, and then I was looking up Short Circuit
Short
because it was like
Circuit's not an
Short
alien.
Circuit's not an alien movie.
No, that's
We
a
will do a
robot come to life.
that's
movie.
Robot Come to Life movie.
We will do a robot
Just
film.
like that's Chappie is Short Circuit and Batteries Not Included is more District 9.
That's fascinating
you know?
breakdown as
Yes,
well.
yes, 100%. Yeah,
There's
yeah.
so many. You know
Oh my
what's funny?
god,
I love the
I
batteries.
love batteries. I do love Batteries Not Included.
What I
Rosie?
think is important when we talk about this dumb stuff, right? Like we're sitting here, partially it's obviously we're having fun on the show and we like talking about movies, but it really is important, I think, to filmmakers. And I've heard this said in filmmaking class, which is the idea of know your genre.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about the movie if you know what the genre of the movie is as the maker.
Yeah.
And so that perspective changes everything. And it really requires, I think, unfortunately, the real education of a filmmaker is watching movies and identifying what are the telltale signs of very specific genres. Because then what you can do is, if you're a really good filmmaker, you can manipulate the traditional chapters of a genre film to tell stories. But it's important to know those very traditional chapters.
Right.
And that they are very distinct versions of movies. And it's funny until you start to really pick them all apart to see, like, there really is entire veins of, you could see producers in the 80s saying having kind of dumb ass conversations like this that are actually extremely important to the art.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the alien movies are very deep. They're way deeper than you think they are.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
sure.
and a lot of times they reflect society, which I think is really fucking cool.
Well, that's also the best part of horror and genre. I feel like horror as a genre is one of the best. Same thing with sci-fi. Sci-fi and horror are such a great, entertaining way to deliver ideas as well, especially sci-fi.
Yeah.
Sci-fi is like, that's why in the end I love sci-fi. It's because it delivers cool concepts
Yes.
Yeah.
in an entertaining way.
How like District 9 is kind of about apartheid.
Very much so.
You know?
yes.
And so it's very, I love that
God,
shit.
District 9 is so good.
I love District
is
9.
so
I feel like
good.
that movie, I hear a lot of people say they don't like it.
I
No, it's
think-
because he lost the plot. I think the director himself kind of lost.
It got nominated for Best Picture.
But the rest of his movies were not very. Elysium
I love
fine.
Chappie. I'm
know.
a Chappie sympathizer.
I hate
But
Chappie.
District 9 was very good.
I
It's a
know.
very and it has great rewatchability. I
But
have
for me,
seen it multiple
Chappie,
times.
Chappie
Yeah.
ruined that for me.
Yeah.
There's a sequel coming.
Of Chappie?
Chappie?
District,
District
9.
9.
District
I've
9.
been working on
Cool.
it for like 10 years.
Yeah, District 69.
Nice. Very nice.
Flip it upside down, dude. Pussy, dude.
fucking eat your prawn.
I'm gonna slap
dude, I'll
what-
fucking skin you. I'll take your shell off and
I'm
fucking
shitting, it's
slurp
not
on your
my-
little legs.
my pussy's my asshole.
I want to bring up a movie that it was one of the first movies I thought of when you said alien movies, and it was one of my favorites as a child, and that was Purple People Eater. One-eyed, one-horn, blind, purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horn, blind, purple people eater. Do you remember the movie?
Absolutely.
I was obsessed with that movie.
We all
and
were.
Slapstick children's
so
film.
weird. And I feel like that's why in going back through, I have so many more memories. And I don't know if it was because I was born in the late 80s of zany alien movie. Like
Yes.
when I think alien movies, first, also one of the first things I thought of, Little Shop of Horrors. That's more of
yes,
where
it
my
is.
brain goes
Yes,
to.
it is.
I
Of like,
guess that is a alien movie.
And it's an alien,
Yeah.
very much an alien movie.
he's from outer space.
It's a
Or-
Triffid.
I think of like, a Rocky Horror Picture Show. I think of like,
alien
Horror?
movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're aliens from the planet
Yeah.
I thought that was
Transylvania.
more
the
like
planet
that's
Transylvania.
not a Frankenstein movie.
No.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, there's parts
Have you
of
never
that.
seen
yes,
Rocky
but-
Horror?
I have, but I'm always hammered.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah. It is. It's so. I think that like I would love to do a big like go and do like an experience. I've never actually gone
I've done
to
it
a
a couple
Rocky Horror.
times. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
it's a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
I have friends that do it in they do it regularly, and it sounds like a blast. I've never
I've never
I
really
stumbled
done it.
upon it in Phoenix when I was by myself at midnight, and I had one
Fun.
seat left. It was amazing. I had
That's
such a great
awesome.
time. Yeah.
But Little Shop of Horrors is very good and really did scare me. That I think scared me more than the original Alien did when I saw it young, just because I thought it could happen. Like in a way that I think when I was a kid, I thought Alien could never happen, but Little Shop of Horrors could. And
Yeah.
I know that's a very stupid thing
Well,
to say,
because
but
you're in space and you can
you're
relate
right.
to New York. You
You're
can't
right.
relate to a spaceship.
You're so
That's why
right.
I'm not scared of Event Horizon.
Yes, because we grew up in Skid Row.
yo, Skid Row. Oh. And I love Little Shop of Horrors.
I think that I wonder what it is. Maybe let's ask this question because I wonder if you're younger than 30, if you've experienced this, where when we were growing up, I remember being vaguely traumatized by certain films when I was a kid that now I look at and are not. They're not scary.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
you didn't have restrictions on you, right? You can watch anything.
Semi sorta. But it was the stuff that was interesting. It was the stuff.
Oh my
like,
God! You're showing us the Look Who's Talking toilet
Toilet.
because we were
That
all
was
terrified
mine.
of the toilet. You were scared of the toilet. That was Look Who's Talking 2, right?
I think so.
Yes.
Mine was-
Give me your pee.
Give me your pee. Yes.
You know what it was mine? It was the opening sequence from Amazing Stories.
Oh.
The opening sequence from Amazing Stories that was a Steven Spielberg's basically Twilight Zone
show.
ripoff.
TV show,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, that was truly pure. Play this. For some reason, it still brings chills to my fucking spine. For some reason, the song of it does.
Is that just?
No, this is a sexy scene. This is a clip because remember that when he got the ring, he buys the ring from the pawn shop.
Yes.
And it's Danny DeVito and Real Perlman.
Yeah. Oh my God! Yes.
I don't know why this
I remember this.
still freaks me out. It's like it literally makes all the
I
hairs
love
on the
it.
back of my
It shows
neck
you like this is like Spaceship Earth.
It is.
It shows you like the evolution of storytelling.
something about the music and about the caveman being lost in the dark and then the top hat.
the top hat and magic.
Oh, those dirty magician liars.
I don't like their lying. Life isn't an illusion. Life is real, Magician Man.
I gotta watch this. I haven't seen this legitimately since I was a child.
Amazing Stories really holds up.
Yeah?
I've watched a fuck ton
So
of it
does the
recently.
Twilight Zone movie.
They're all Twilight Zone movie.
yeah.
Except for the murder he committed. It's a
It's
perfect
not
movie.
a murder. It was an accidental death.
That is going to get
They were being fast and loose with some
They
rules.
were being fast and loose, but at the same time, they didn't kill anyone on purpose.
Unfortunately, it's just the idea that movies are supposed to be just so important that it doesn't matter what happens to anybody involved. Like, that's like one of those things that'll always sort of like, there's a bitter taste in my mouth because it led to the Rust stuff and it led to the Allman Brothers stuff with Sarah Jones and it led to all that stuff where it's like that idea that, you know, we need to be so thankful to be in this industry
Yeah.
that we can die for it.
But accidents do happen on any job.
I
sure.
agree. I agree. It was mostly just everybody saying
It's not like a line cook's never been dead, you know? Like, it's just like.
well, most of the time, a line cook is killed by an ex-girlfriend or someone else on staff. That's different. Again, they chose the life. Line cook life chose them.
What are some recent Alien films that you've seen? Alien, not obviously, we're not talking about the Alien series, but like movies about aliens that you've seen. I'll go first. Last night, I wanted to prepare a little bit, so I put 2 on. I didn't make it through the second one, but I saw No One Will Save You, the Hulu original new film.
Yes.
It's aight.
Yeah, it's aight.
It was better than I thought it was going to be. I wish I would have known that there was no dialogue in the movie. Oh my God. I remember 30 minutes in, I'm like, are they not talking?
Quiet.
Well, I got technically Alien Romulus was fine.
I really
I liked it.
I liked it better than Prometheus. That's
Yes.
for fucking
Of course.
certain.
Yeah.
Same.
I thought that was fine. I saw that one. And then, is Dune an alien movie? No.
No, Dune's in the Star Trek
think
genre
so.
of it. I mean, technically, it's a fantasy.
Have you ever seen Sputnik?
No.
Sputnik is a very good alien horror film.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very, very good. And there was another one about, remember that the moon's dangerous? The one where they go up on the moon. I want to say it's Apollo.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
19?
It's a couple. They made it a couple years ago.
Yes, Apollo 19. They go to the
I
moon.
don't know that one.
They go to
Yes.
the moon, and it turns out the moon's got bugs on it. It's got evil bugs on it.
Yeah,
Not
no, it's
dangerous
called
moonlight.
Apollo something.
It's Apollo something.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's another one of the more recent ones. I think I saw.
Of course,
Apollo
Google's
11.
like Apollo 13. It's like, no, not
No, I
Apollo
know
13.
what that is.
Yes, it was Apollo 11.
Is A Quiet Place an alien movie?
Yes.
They are aliens?
Alien invasion.
They are aliens.
It's an alien invasion.
Okay.
Yeah,
Man, that
very
Quiet-
much so.
That Quiet Place prequel, whatever that other
God,
one
that
was hot garbage.
You're telling me the cat isn't going to meow one fucking time?
One time!
One meow out of that
One
cat? Did they
time!
rip its larynx out?
The original one was pretty good. Like, I thought it was pretty good. It's
fine.
not like it's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, it didn't break the bank, but
Do you know how many movies came out in a row about being quiet?
Yeah.
There was like 5 movies in a row about
And
being
honestly,
quiet.
and you know which one won? Don't Breathe.
Yes.
Don't Breathe was obviously
Made
the
for $2
superior
million
of all.
in
It was
Detroit.
so good.
And that is
so
our
good.
Be Quiet film movie
You're right,
genre
you're right.
episode
Yes.
that we
Say Quiet Place. Yeah. One thing I like about the Quiet Place, no cokeheads.
Sad.
Yeah, man, they're not tweaking out loud
ain't
And
gonna
enough.
make
also,
it.
Cloverfield Lane.
10 Cloverfield Lane is fucking awesome.
Yes, it
One
is.
of
good,
John
so good,
Goodman's
so
greatest roles. Tragedy,
Yes.
he didn't get nominated.
Yes.
He puts on a display of acting in that film. I love 10. It's one of the movies on my list. I think it's one of my favorite alien films.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's terrifying. It's 3 different genres in one. You know, it's like a capture. What would you call that? Like a kidnapping film, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would put it as you know what's funny? It's in the Be Quiet movie category.
It's
Yes, it is.
and we're saving it for that episode.
It's in the Be Quiet movie category. Unfortunately, that's its own whole other thing. Everybody's got to be quiet.
So how do you feel about now? Can I let out of the bag who we're going to interview at Contact in the Desert?
Of course.
We're going to interview Whitley Strieber at
Yeah.
Contact in the Desert. Very excited. So I'm like, once I found out last night that Communion is actually about him, written by him,
Yes.
wrote the screenplay and the book.
Yes.
I got halfway through it. I'm enjoying it, but
It's
it is
good.
a little silly. It's dated for sure.
The Christopher Walken thing, it is quite dated. The aliens are definitely puppets. There is a weird thing with Christopher
like
Walken.
puppets.
Whoa,
Yes,
Christopher
but they are,
Walken's really given a very amorphous.
I think these are behind the scenes.
No, this is
Oh.
from the movie.
yes.
This is from the movie.
This is in the movie.
I didn't get to this
He
part.
dances like this in the movie.
He can't help it. You know,
just
it's
did.
like Sam Rockwell. He's going to dance if he's in a film.
Yes.
You know,
I mean, he used to be a dancer.
yeah. So I like, how do you feel about Communion? Is it accurate? And then a follow-up question, Henry. What is the most accurate movie about alien invasions that you, or something like that you would think of?
I personally think the most accurate is I love Arrival.
Okay.
I love the idea of something truly alien that it is very difficult for us to understand.
Love that.
I think that's a part of what the main issue is that we expect these things to show up and we'd even recognize them.
Yes.
And then Communion, you'd probably close to put the most directly like consulted by somebody that was abducted by aliens. So I guess technically you would say it would have to be the most accurate.
Yeah.
because he was the guy that wrote it was abducted by aliens.
Fire in the Sky.
Fire in the Sky had a lot of liberties. I don't know if Travis Walton necessarily was even involved with the making of Fire in the Sky.
Because it's based off of the book.
I believe that
Okay.
he was more inspired.
Oh, he's
by it.
in it. He's in the movie.
He's in the movie, but I don't know if
he makes a
contributes.
cameo, so I think he's.
I mean,
some-
he co-signs it for
Yeah,
sure.
he did.
When we
Yeah.
saw him speak at Contact in the Desert, he showed scenes from
Yeah,
the film.
of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to be pro it.
Yeah, but like, so you think Arrival would be the most accurate to what we're talking about here? Like, I mean, I go back and forth. I mean, because it's so over the top, and like they're making like a clear point that, first of all, don't be scared of them,
Well,
and it's just as much a time travel movie as it is.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's hard because in my mind, I still believe that there's way more of a psychic component to the whole thing. I think that the idea of the entire scenario being kind of wrapped up in one movie is actually quite difficult.
Yeah, I think Close Encounters might be the most accurate.
Sure.
Because it's got the orbs, it's got it's got a lot of things that are taken straight from people's experiences.
Oh yes, and then the idea of feeling like you're special, like you're being spoken to, like you got chose. Richard Dreyfuss was chosen in that film. A lot of times people talk about abduction scenarios going on by the time when people that have been abducted that remember past a certain age, they then kind of go into either some form of regression therapy or something where then they begin to think that or maybe come to realize that they have been getting abducted since they were a kid.
Yeah.
So that would also reflect that. And then I do think it's Mac and Me.
Yeah, definitely.
that's the
Obviously.
final one.
Yeah, and then
Because
Color
it
Out of
has to have a
Space.
butthole. It has to have a butthole for a mouth.
Yes. You know what other one I like a lot? Contact.
Contact is a very emotional movie.
Yeah, I enjoy Contact. I think it has its silly parts to it, and like it gets a little weird with the Matthew McConaughey and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I love the Jake Busey character. He's terrifying to me, and it's just sad.
Do you
And
think
it's
that do you think Jake Busey like frightens his family and his friends?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Do you see that Gary Busey's grandson has a band? It's a one-man band that he does fake rave music with.
Oh,
Really?
so he's not like playing the accordion or
No.
anything.
Is it
no.
Jake's kid, or is it another child?
No, it's some other child's because the guy's too old.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean that's nothing to do with what we're talking about.
no,
I
Gary
do-
Busey could be an alien.
Yeah, he definitely could have.
Have a question for you guys because you said, all right, no movies that completely occur in space, but what about Sphere? Now that is in space, but that is an alien too, or it's like at least, something that is
I didn't even
to
think
them
about Sphere.
Sphere's kind of water-ish, isn't it?
esque, but it's also,
Aren't there,
I
like,
mean,
sea snakes
it
in that
can like
movie
read
or
you
something?
and you go inside of it and like, no, so it is
Well,
like alien
I remember
technology.
Now we know about aliens more than ever. They are probably, if they are somehow based on the planet Earth, they probably are coming from the water.
Yes. Okay, that makes sense.
Wow, Sphere. I haven't thought about Sphere in a long
I
time.
loved the movie
I saw this in the
Sphere.
theater, and I remember really not liking
It was boring.
Really?
Yeah, I remember.
No,
book,
watch
yeah.
it again. It's great.
It's a Michael Crichton film.
I mean, it's very bad. It's not
Yeah.
good. It's. I understand if you were young watching it. I like watching it now. And I think it's maybe because I watched it so many times when I was young.
Yeah.
That I always enjoy it. It's not. You don't watch it for it to be good though.
Okay,
I
fair
have
enough.
two more esoteric choices that I absolutely love.
Oh yeah.
Annihilation.
I love Annihilation,
Yes.
but that's on another. Annihilation's great. You know what else? Can I say something about Annihilation? I feel like the plot from Annihilation was borrowed from for Frozen 2. And I think that they fucking ripped off Annihilation.
Well, you know what? They took it all.
Okay, you're
It
saying
all is-
okay. I thought you meant that Frozen 2 or that Annihilation
Space
stole from Frozen 2.
Invaders?
No,
That
the
was
other
my
way.
favorite.
Oh, Rob,
Space
you brought up
Invaders
Space
is fun.
Invaders. I
Space
haven't
Invaders is
thought
a lot
about
of fun.
Oh shit!
Yeah, this movie's a blast. Everyone knows about space.
Dude.
Yeah. This is
Yes.
very stupid. It's actually not good at all, but
No.
it's worth watching.
I would see that again.
Yeah, no, definitely, biggest joint you can roll for sure.
Yes,
for-
I want to
Yeah.
watch
for
Space Invaders.
You know, way better than Paul.
I hate Paul.
Paul sucked.
right?
Hate
Yeah,
Paul.
Paul was garbage. Yeah.
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane's not good at movies.
He's not, is he?
No.
Although I am very excited for the new Naked Gun.
I'll watch it.
I'll see it.
I'll definitely
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
I'll
it.
see it. We'll see. But with Annihilation, you know what Annihilation is. Annihilation's essentially a retrofitting of Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad, and same thing as Apocalypse Now. Same thing as it's all about traveling into a thing. Technically, also Annihilation borrows a lot from a sci-fi author by the name of J.G. Ballard, who wrote a book called The Crystal World that is just like this. It's just this like a weird force has arrived. It's changing a part of this one part of the country. Scientists are arriving in there to try to figure it out. Yeah, and there's something about the travel in.
No one saw Annihilation. I feel like it got like unjustly like I don't know, panned, or I don't know what happened to that movie and why it wasn't popular.
It was by what's
fucking
his name,
awesome.
right?
Alex Garland.
Same guy who did, is that Ex Machina or no?
Yeah.
That is Ex Machina,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
And Civil War.
And
Warfare. And Civil War and Warfare. Yeah.
Wow.
What's
Okay. Yeah.
Warfare?
So I like all of his movies.
Oh,
that's the
some of the
new
Iraq War.
Yeah, it's a new Iraq War movie.
It's good.
It's not, is it funny or?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's hilarious. Yeah. It's a laugh a
It
minute.
takes place in real time.
Oh, wow.
It's very good.
Oh, that's, but it's
But he's
not
also
funny.
doing 28 years later, which I am
Oh, I
excited.
thought that was Danny Boyle.
That's Danny Boyle.
Oh, is it? I thought it was Alex Garland.
No, Danny Boyle. Oh, if it
They're
is,
putting Michael Gandolfini
No, it is
in
Danny
more
Boyle.
things.
He was good. He was good.
He's good in Warfare. He's good.
Yeah.
He's
did
not
you
a
see
huge.
Warfare?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Both of us saw it.
Oh, wow.
We didn't go together, but we saw
No,
it.
we both saw it.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to alien films we don't like. I'll go first. Pitch Black and Signs. Don't like either one of them.
You know, Pitch Black is funny because that's a Vin Diesel
Oh, the
effort
Vin Diesel.
outside of Triple X that I actually kind of like. Because nowadays, you know what's funny about those style of like this genre is that at this point, because of the superhero genre, it makes these movies look way better.
Okay.
All without the super. If you got rid of the
It does
superhero
take
genre,
place in space, so
like-
I'm going against my own
but
bullshit
if you
here.
got rid of the superhero genre, we would still be bagging on these movies. But because superhero movies are such a waste of everybody's time and such a waste of the economy and money and shit, these movies you just show that like, look at this. Like this was made for like $25 million.
His dumb
How
goggles.
much you hate the superhero genre? We do ads for them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I fucking can't stand them.
I think Thunderbolts is going to be great.
The problem with the movies, with my main issue truly is just that I'm not going to watch 10 movies to watch one movie.
You don't have to. They
Yes,
make
you
them for
do.
idiot proof.
No, but then that's the problem is that now I'm watching them as an idiot, and I've done this. I've tried to watch them out of sequence, and then I watch one that I'm sort of vaguely interested in, and they have all these references to a bunch of shit that I couldn't possibly give a fuck about, and it's all this other stuff where it's like, just make this one movie, and I would have bought a ticket to it. If this was just one standalone film,
Yeah.
I could just watch the movie. That's why I watch movies, and I hate television series. I don't watch television series because guess what? They never end, and they just fucking keep going.
You really don't watch it. I don't
He doesn't
like
watch
TV that
television.
much, but I do watch some of it. You
Right.
watch none of it.
None. I watch none. I watch
You watch
basically.
trash TV.
I watch trash reality TV.
Yep.
Documentaries. I watch my Drag Race. I got Project Runway's coming back, and then I watch movies.
See, I watch none of that, and I watch some actual TV.
Yeah, every time I watch a TV, I don't like it.
You're such a fucking coward.
I just don't like it. It's not for me. I hate the thing too. You know what I really, really fucking hate? What I really fucking hate
What
is
do
when
you
somebody
hate?
does
What do
the
you
thing.
hate?
You open this.
Yeah,
It's
what do you
when they-
hate?
When they like, it's just there's too many storylines all at once. And everybody, it's just like I don't care.
It's,
You love
it's
Twin
too much.
Peaks.
You know what it is about them? I guess it's like I don't mean to be that butthurt about it. It's just like I feel like you could probably like I'm watching our friend Ryan Coogler.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
watching
Oh, is
our
this how you're
friend.
referring to him
Yes,
now?
my
Okay. All
friend.
right. Great.
I'm
Great.
watching him get run over the coals in the trades, all bagging him for his money, how little, quote unquote, how much money that show was supposed to make Sinners and shit.
It's killing it. It's
But-
an R-rated movie that's #1 in the box office 2 weeks
For
in a
a couple
row.
of weeks.
Yeah, dude. But they're comparing it to the everyone in China is seeing the new Marvel movie money that they have to make. These Marvel movies have to make
Yes.
hundreds of millions, almost $1 billion just to break even. And it is killing us.
Yeah.
It is killing the entire industry.
Well, it's bringing back into independent film.
No, it's not yet because they're all dogging on the independent films that sort of do well.
Sinners is not an independent film.
They
No.
are view. That's how fucked
That's
shit
a
is, Eddie.
blockbuster.
But that's how fucked shit is right now, Eddie. That's viewed as a scrappy movie that might just make it. It's like it's a huge tentpole horror summer film, you morons.
There's two Michael B. Jordans in it.
It just gets to a point where
Not
it's
one,
like,
but
how
two.
much money are we all supposed to make?
Yes. No, but that movie's gonna it's killing it. It already made back its money.
No, I love
And then
Sinners.
some.
I'm just saying that that's kind of what that's what the Marvel and superhero movies do, is set up this like truly unmatchable amount of money
Yeah. Oh,
that
for sure.
everybody has to make.
Yeah.
And it has to be palatable to any person with half an eyeball
Yeah.
that can arrive to see it.
And they're shitting on him like he didn't make two of the biggest movies ever made.
He just made
Yeah.
he made
He's
the
doing fine.
superhero dude. He did one for you guys.
Yeah.
He made Black Panther, guys.
And everyone's trashing the fact that he got this deal where he owns it after 25 years. When
should be so-
Tarantino got the deal.
Everybody, it is not that uncommon. Everybody's just trying to hurt this man.
Yes.
They're trying to hurt the man and trying to hurt the work. And there's no fucking reason for it.
All right. Well,
I like the movie The Faculty.
I like that they gave it a good soundtrack.
Yes.
It's got a great soundtrack. It is, but in talking about alien movies that are not very good, that is definitely one of them. But
Yeah.
man, I will say, if it is on, I'll watch it.
Do you remember they had to push it because it was all about killing the teachers?
Oh, and it was
like a big-
right after Columbine. Yes.
Or are you thinking about Teaching Mrs. Tingle?
That I am, because it was supposed to be
But she
killing
deserved
Mrs.
it.
Tingle, and then they changed it.
Teaching Mrs. Tingle was the
right.
one where they kill because this is, I mean, they're aliens, so you gotta kill these.
You know what one
teachers.
I had to get over my penis to enjoy?
What?
Under the Skin.
I never saw it.
Under the Skin, when I first saw it, I was just like, it's good Scarlett Johansson's boobies in it. And then now as an adult, I watch it and I realize it's actually quite good.
Yes.
It's quite haunting.
Yes.
It's actually very, very, very good. It's like, and I want to say it's probably ScarJo's best movie.
I didn't even know it was an alien film.
Yes, it's an
Until
alien movie.
I started like researching this episode.
It's ScarJo's best movie outside of Her, where she's not in it.
Yeah. You know, it's a good future space movie, but not an alien movie that kind of I've always put in the same genre as this, and I'm probably incorrect. It's Melancholia.
You know, Melancholia is a cool movie. That's a very interesting
beautiful.
movie.
It's got Deer Hunter vibes
It
to
does.
it, you know, and
It's sad.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
It's very sad, but I like that movie. And it's got, you know, Kate Winslet's boobies.
Well, no, not Katie Winslet, the other one.
Oh,
Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst.
But they're sad
But they're
boobies.
sad boobies. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're not
It's
fun
like, I always
boobies.
kind of felt like that. I
Is
remember
Under the
being-
Skin sad boobies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's also funny, too, is that as a kid, too, like, I remember doing that. You ever just, like, okay, Jackie, you're not here. You ever do the thing where
I am here. I need everyone to know I am still here.
where you have to thumb through an extremely sad movie just to see tits as a little boy?
Oh, I mean, yes, that was a big part of like my childhood.
I always remember flipping through the piano.
Henry, you don't want
just to
me.
see her tits.
You don't want me to be hearing this, but I need you to know I need to bring up Astronaut's Wife because that is definitely
Same.
a movie that I would go right. I knew exactly how to get to the one sex scene in Astronaut's Wife,
Yes.
which was a great, fun alien movie.
Now we're just looking at Holly Hunter nude for the piano.
Sad nude in the piano.
I never saw the piano. I didn't know Holly Hunter got nude.
Yeah, but the
It's
rest
sad
of it's
nude.
boring.
Oh man, she's so beautiful.
Yeah, she
She's
is.
I mean,
really
we are
just
just
a
sitting here
classic, beautiful woman.
looking at
She
her
just
naked.
cries.
I watched The Firm the other
Guess
day.
what,
for the
man?
first
No
time.
fucking piano in it either. I'm expecting. There's no piano in that movie. That's my thing. You
Hold
go
on,
movie
there's
to
hold
piano.
on. Are you really gonna fucking tell me there isn't one piano in the piano?
Not, listen to me, Eddie. Not one Jerry Lee Lewis song.
Do you know? Oh my god, yeah, man, that's fucked up. And you know what else?
That's how that movie should open.
There's no game in the crying game.
There's no game. It's just crying.
Yeah.
Man, that would be so cool. Was the piano.
All right.
The piano too. Ragtime. I think she's a deaf woman.
It says there is a piano in the piano.
Yeah, there's like a piano in it. Yeah, she's mute.
She's mute. Oh, did she talk through a piano?
Well, she does the thing where she's like, she tries to marry the piano. I don't know.
Yeah, she becomes the piano, but she can't because
Oh,
she
You ever
can't hear
played
it.
the piano game with a girl where you press on her clit until she starts doing the chopstick song?
Yeah. But you
Gotta
do
hit
it with
it
your
just right.
feet like Tom Hanks.
Yeah, with my heels.
Yeah. And don't forget, in Big, That woman fucks a child.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't forget. But we are talking about alien movies.
Yes,
I'm gonna
yes.
bring it
The
back.
whole genre of child trapped inside adult's body having sex with adults.
Different episodes.
Films.
All
There's
right.
many of those films.
Sleeper movies about aliens, ones that you think maybe have flown under the radar, people haven't seen that much. I'll go first, as always. Slither.
So good. So good.
Slither.
So good.
Cool, man.
Yes, dude.
It's gross. It's
Yeah.
fucking Michael Rooker is
Yes.
incredible
Slither
in that
is
movie.
great
I
movie.
really love Slither.
You know what's one that I forgot about that I was reminded by? I mean, and it's a major one. It's just one of those that doesn't come about because it's the type of movie you don't see as much anymore. The Blob.
Ooh.
The 80s Blob.
Yes.
Is one of
Kevin Dillon.
I love that movie. And the idea of there used to be a lot more movies about just a big thing. You know,
Yeah.
there was
Yeah.
like ants. Remember them?
Yeah.
You ever
Oh,
see
yeah.
them?
Yeah.
Oh
that-
yeah.
With
them,
the ants?
Yes.
It's like very interesting. It's actually kind of an interesting movie. There was also the other movies. Wasn't there one about
There's
like
Killer Bee ones.
Yes, and there's one about caterpillars, I think.
I don't know.
Not ants. Not ants the film with
yeah, Ants the film.
Ants the film, which I think is technically the last
Sylvester Stallone, Woody Allen movie.
Sylvester Stallone Woody Allen film that we'll ever get.
Yes, that's the last one we'll ever get.
I don't think there'll be more.
Yeah. Then there are two.
There's an Ants
Oh,
2.
No, two Sylvester Stallone, Woody Allen movies because he's in Annie Hall. He's one of the guy that robs him on the train.
That's so
Whoa, the Italian stallion
weird. Wow.
robbing him on a train.
or is it Bananas? It's one of the other ones. He's in Stallone is in
Those
two-
are the ones of his I've seen the least.
Yeah. But regardless, we're not doing that.
No, we're not doing
Yeah, we're
canceled
not doing-
directors
yeah, we're
films
not
yet.
doing Allen,
That's
we're
gonna
doing
be-
Aliens.
We're going to do another one where we do canceled directors
Okay,
films.
good. I can't
Oh,
wait for that
wow.
one. All right.
It's gonna be
I'll
great.
get into that. I'll
Oh,
tuck in.
that's movie. I
Movies-
just saw Chinatown.
That's Chinatown, baby.
Man, guess who didn't like it? My wife. She was extremely upset by that film. I don't know. I was like, because in the end, at the very end of the movie, she was just like, "That's it."
It's Chinatown.
It's
I was like,
Chinatown.
yeah, baby, it's Chinatown.
You
She did
got
not
to.
enjoy the. Yeah, she was not into it.
I really liked Attack the Block. I feel like
Yes!
that's one that is like a
Yes,
that
Jackie.
be one that
What
people
happened
don't
to
bring
John
up.
Boyega? Does
She's
he
in Star
work-
Wars.
Does he do anything else?
I think
though?
doesn't he do Star Wars?
He
Yeah,
did
does Star Wars, but that's
and
all done now.
He then got upset about. Then he got mad about his treatment during Star Wars, and
Oh,
then he
okay.
kind of then he took away.
Pacific Rim. He was in Pacific Rim.
Oh, they're
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
They're okay. Those
Man, that
movies.
second Pacific Rim was so bad.
You know, I find them entertaining.
I like the
Again,
first one we saw together was a lot of fun.
truly anything that's not some form of IP, sign me up. I'm desperate for new IP.
Yeah.
Like, give me another time. I don't care. Bring Triple X back. I know no one likes Triple X.
Whoa.
But
No,
I'll
I'm done with it.
I'll see more Triple X movies. I watched 5 Final Destination movies in a row at home because I was sick. I watched all the movies in a row.
That's great. Did you love them even more as they went on?
They're terrible.
Yeah.
But what's nice about them is that I'm not being spoon-fed things that I need to purchase.
Honestly, you know what you need to do next? Watch all of the Fast and Furious movies back to back
They are
because
good.
they are
It's too long.
very
No, there's
fun.
a bunch of really, really bad ones.
There's a
Well,
couple
Tokyo
of ones
Drift
you
is
can
bad. Tokyo
there's a
Drift
couple
is bad.
ones you can cut out in the middle, but man, it just really when they talk about are they aliens when they ride in the car from space down back to Earth and still
Jackie,
jump
they're-
out of the car
They're
to
anything
murder.
but alien. They're family.
Their family. Their family. One that came up that I forget. Color Out of Space. I brought this up. I said it under my breath earlier. But
I
Color
view
Out of
Color Out of
Space.
Space as an eldritch horror film.
Now, a question though, what would be the difference then? Because then it's not coming from space because it's coming then essentially like from the Earth.
I don't know.
I don't know
Oh,
anything
okay.
about this movie.
Oh, Eddie,
great.
I think that you would really enjoy Color Out of Space.
It's a slow burn.
It is.
I
It's
like a
Nick
slow burn.
Cage. Yeah, it's
Cool.
It's just a fun psychedelic Nick Cage sci-fi movie.
Yes, it's by Richard Stanley, the guy that did Island of Dr. Moreau.
Okay.
That was considered to be the failed Island of Dr. Moreau.
I still enjoy it.
I love that movie.
it.
Yeah.
Also, an undiscovered classic of his in the sci-fi genre, Hardware, which is actually quite good, and the Dust Devil is. I've seen all of his films for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
And they're
I
good?
really- Dust Devil's really strange. It's like an erotic horror thriller that he kind of, after the success of Hardware, he was kind of allowed. Again, this is one of those things they used to give great deals to filmmakers all the time. He just got this kind of like, all right, now you make your dreams desire. And then he made this kind of weird wizard desert sex movie, and everyone's like, oh, this is bad. But it's I liked it.
Now, how about this? I know this is one that y'all love, and we haven't brought it up yet. Maybe, I don't know if it's a sleeper or not, but Bad Taste.
Oh, Bad
yeah.
Taste is a part of the Peter Jackson.
Yeah.
You know, Peter Jackson, those early movies, they mean a lot to me.
They're
Of
not
Bad Taste.
good,
They're
but
not.
but they're important to watch.
Yes, they're not his best work, but they are like
Dead Alive is.
I love Dead Alive.
Dead Alive
good.
holds up, and like the X-rated version of Dead Alive is required watching.
I think
yeah.
Meet the Feebles holds up, but I
does
also
not.
haven't seen it in a minute.
When's
and I
the last
want
time
it
you
to.
saw it?
It's been a minute.
It's pretty bad.
It does not quite hold up.
But here's the thing, though. Bad Taste and Meet the Feebles, for me, are important movies because I remember seeing them at a time that I didn't know
See these
that
films.
you could make movies like
Yeah.
this.
And we laughed our
In
ass
America,
off.
you
laughed,
couldn't, probably.
laughed and just like loved it so much, and it so affected me that while they're not good movies, they were huge to like opening up my brain into like what you could make.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's the big deal is that, like, what does it mean to you? What do the movies mean to you? I think that that's like what we sort of miss sometimes in the age of, like, I think that's also part of why I have to examine my anger. And when I get angry, you heard me earlier, I got angry. And then a lot of times what my therapist tells me to do is to stop and think about, like, where is it coming from? And the anger, a lot of times for me, it comes from a deep sadness. And I think part of where the sadness comes from sometimes is that when you are making work on such a level where you're putting out 10 episodes of a series at once, and the idea of binge viewing and binge content making and binge, like, all of this concept, you begin to lose, like, I guess that's one of my main issues is that with the new influx of all the content is that they all blend together. And then part of me then thinks, like, these are people, each one of these television shows is a year out of those people's lives that you consume in 6 hours. And then you're like, next. And then I feel like it does get to a point where you're like, the movies used to, for me, these movies meant something. Like, even the bad ones meant something.
A lot of time the great actors say they prefer television because they really get a hold of the character. And
I
they get-
understand.
They get to really be a part of the character for a very long
But
time.
that's if the writing is good.
Yes.
And Killer Clowns from Outer Space is how we're ending this whole fucking thing because it's the best one of all.
Yeah, it is a great movie. I really
But no,
love Killer Clowns.
I mean, I totally understand digging into it as an actor, but again, I'm the audience member. I'm not the actor.
yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to watch it. And I get sad because I feel like a lot of people's work gets overlooked. And I think that people spend a lot of time and then their work is harshly judged and quickly judged and it's flushed on the toilet.
Yeah. No.
And it makes me angry because I feel like more people should understand what goes into the stuff that they watch.
Wow.
Yeah. And I have a similar feeling. I feel like horror movies and sci-fi alien movies and all that stuff was really big for me because it, like, I don't know, it kind of like, I was an only child who I lived in Boca Raton, but my family was like the family that went poor trying to live in Boca Raton.
Yep.
And so like I wasn't like in with all the rich kids and I
Right.
was like super fat. And so like I went to Catholic school. So I was a nerd. I didn't have any friends.
Oh, yeah.
And so I had like 2 friends and we watched horror movies and and that's how like I related to society from
Same.
like
Exactly
from
the
like
same.
8 to like 14,
Yep.
until I got to high school and fucking came out of my shell, but it was, they're very important. They really help people more than people think.
Oh, yes.
It's a lot of people look at it as trash and all that stuff, but it's actually like they teach you about society. They're the first movies where women and people of color are the leads.
No, sci-fi means the world to me.
Yeah.
Because of that. Because I'll always remember when I first got into reading sci-fi and watching these movies was when we moved really from New York to Florida. Same thing.
So it was an escape.
I was alone.
Yeah.
And there was something about connecting to something else that felt alien.
Yeah.
Right. And specifically with aliens, I think that opening up, especially from a kid's perspective of opening up what could be and showing you, even in like the zany alien comedies that a lot of us grew up on, I feel like it showed us that your current reality isn't the only thing that can exist.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. Like I watch alien movies from being a kid and thought, oh, that's freedom. That's a freedom that that we can have, that who knows what could happen.
Think about how free the flying purple people eater monster was.
So free,
The
man.
last bout of freedom that anyone's ever had.
Didn't have to wear any clothes. You had that
Stitch,
unicorn horn.
Totally free.
Stitch was
Yes.
Was Stitch not a...
He's an alien.
Alien. Oh, yeah.
Stitch is an alien. He came from outer space. It's the first scene of the movie.
I'm going to admit, never seen it.
I also haven't seen it.
Really?
But they're coming out with because a lot of people in our chat on our Friday show were very excited because they're doing a live action Lilo and Stitch. And I've never seen
That makes me want to die.
I'll check it
Yes.
out.
It looks cute.
Just the
for the
idea
kids.
of the live action Lilo and Stitch.
Disney, we already have a Lilo and Stitch. They can just watch the old one.
But
Yeah.
but you didn't.
No, it's not for me.
You know what I'm
saying
excited?
The kids can watch the old one.
You know
the
what
kids can watch the
I've
old
never
fucking
seen,
one. They already fucking made. They already made it, and it wasn't even that fucking long ago.
It was 20-something years ago.
Whoa, is it?
Yeah.
No, I guess monsters under the bed and demons are very different than aliens because I just saw little monsters and I got excited.
That's
but
monsters.
that's
Yeah,
monsters
that's
under the bed.
Another episode that we will do.
That is monsters.
Well, this has been wonderful.
This really has been. Can we write down all the potential episodes that we're going to do?
Someone will do it on Reddit. I'm
We'll
sure.
definitely do the Be Quiet films.
Yeah, I like that.
Canceled directors films.
Love
Yes.
it.
I think canceled directors films is going to be important for us.
Oh, absolutely. People really want us to do that.
Oh
Yeah, they really want us to examine.
Scream it and really give them
I want to give you
opportunities
my
to rent them.
definitive Woody Allen watch list.
Yeah. I'll tell you what to watch. His front door. Make sure he stays inside.
Make sure he don't come after you now.
Oh, Woody Allen. You know, he's done. He'll be dead soon.
Yeah, this is great. Make sure you watch and listen to Good Pud.
Please
Yes.
The
do.
funniest show on the network by far.
We are going to be doing, you'll see, a revamp of Good Pud. We have a bit of a special coming up for you very, very soon.
We certainly
that you're
do.
going to, I hope you enjoy, because we definitely enjoyed making it. And we are going to, and then Hoopagoo is going to be coming in. We're doing Hoop soon.
Yes, absolutely.
We're going to be
And
pausing
Hoop
live
soon.
streams, but then we're going to coming back out with a whole season of Hoopagoo.
It's
Yes.
gonna be very well made and produced. Not that it wasn't before, but it's gonna be organized.
We're
this time.
doing
I'm
this
very
shit.
excited. And then, of course, this comes out on Wednesday, May 7th. If you happen to be in Fort Lauderdale, the three of us are performing tonight.
Come check us out.
at the Fort Lauderdale Improv. So
And
come
we
check it out.
are prepared. We have our material. Jackie's doing 25 minutes.
Yeah,
up
I've got it
top.
all
Absolutely.
set
Yes,
and
she's got a whole thing,
I'm
and it's
polished.
all about abortion.
yeah, of course,
it's gonna
yeah.
be a lot of fun.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get into that.
Abortion, you got to fake a cry.
I need to get it all out.
Abortion.
But of course, you know, if you've got abortion problems or if you have any other kind of
I got
bitch
99
problems,
problems, but abortion ain't one.
but a bitch might
if
be
you got
one.
abortion problems, I feel bad for you, son.
And you should take those problems to who'sthebitch.com and let us know what those problems are. Who'sthebitch.com.
Don't you have
with
a
my
phone
show.
number?
We do have a phone number, but all the information is on who'sthebitch.com.
Amen. Yeah, go do that. And then also tomorrow night we're going to be in Orlando, the three of us, at the Orlando Funny Bone. The early show is sold out. There are still some tickets available for the late show,
And
So
that's where
make sure
Jackie
you
will be
come
doing.
and check that out.
She'll be doing her full hour on her abortion.
Obviously,
Yeah, yeah.
And that's when she's going to come up, mostly be talking. We're not going to be talking. Jackie's going to be up there.
Eggs.
Eggs.
Yeah.
Eggs.
You used
Eggs
to be
are
an
up
egg.
I'm
at
doing
the
a
top
lot
my
of-
legs.
yeah, I'm doing a lot
Eggs
of
are in my hole in
beat
here.
poetry,
Eggs
yep.
are going out here.
And by beat poetry means I'm going to do poetry and y'all going to beat the shit out of me.
Fuck
okay.
Okay, Marina
Yeah,
Abramovich.
hitting that woman. Always funny.
Also, if you happen to be in Key West this weekend, come and see me in Key West at the Comedy Key West. I'm going to be there from
He
May
mi-
9th to 11th. So
And he
come see
may
me
not
there.
be doing comedy, but he is going to be drinking hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Hell
You
yes.
just be right there with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially on Mother's Day.
Please go see his show on Mother's Day. Please just go see any show on Mother's
What
Day.
else are you doing in Key West on Mother's Day? Come
That's all
on.
he's asking for. Bring your mother to a show on Mother's Day on Key West.
They like me.
Come on. Let
Moms
him-
love me.
They do.
Come on. He's allowed to eat pussy on the island.
All right, y'all. This has been Side
Hail
Stories.
Satan. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Hail Peter Jackson.
Yes.